What up, guys? I'm low-key exhausted, but the neon show must continue. We got our free... Oh, the solar ray's up. We got our free summon to do. I'm doing our showcase, if that wasn't obvious. My summons were actually really good. They were, like, the same as Annis. I did use one of my pities, though. Which is kind of grief. If I was going to use the pity, I could have stopped summoning a bit earlier than I originally did, but, Oh, whoops. Let me show you how I built her. But it is what it is. I didn't want to go too hard and dip into my savings because I definitely want to maybe go for some of the summary runs. Anyways, I built her up per usual, just some levels in her dolls. I gave her this cube right here. The just reload the round or whatever. I did 10-10-10 because I imagine I'm going to use her a lot. And also, the solar ray that's currently up is going to be weak to electric. So I imagine both the units are going to curve stomp it. Anyways, I did some rolls for my overload gear. I got decent rolls this time around. I got all elemental. The problem is I didn't get any attack rolls, which I'm definitely gonna want. So I definitely have to work on that a little bit. But anyways, there's that. I think the main thing I'm curious to see actually is two things. One, how she fares compared to Cindy. Two, how easy it is for her. Actually, hold on. Let me put her in the first slot, actually. Just because of how her, like, gauge thingy works. I think this will be better, because I think she starts with max gauge, like, out of 100%. And when she bursts, she dumps it, and then has to build it up again. Anyways, two main things that I am focused on. How she fares against Cindy. And, yeah, like, look, her gauge is at 100, and then she'll burst and dump it. But how she fares against Cindy, and then... God damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, how easy it is for her to get that gauge back to 100%. So let's see. Okay, she dumps it here. Oh, she like completely dumps it. I see. It like drains. She is shooting really fast. Okay. I think it's when someone else bursts. I was under the assumption. Hold on, let me just double check. It looks like when someone else. Holy shit, she's already doing damage. It looks like. Blah blah blah. Where is the charge thingy? Yeah, gauge, increase the firepower gauge by 2, while in fire charge status. Activates when charged fire status, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Maximum fire. Activates when full burst ends while fire charge gauge is active, affects self. Burst charge, blah, blah, blah. I think it's when she's on the off rotation. It was what? Firepower charge status. Affects self. Activates when... Oh, this is when she bursts. I see. So it's every other rotation that she gets the thingy. Correct? Yeah, that's what it looks like. I was on the assumption that this just activates. And then, like, so when Cindy's bursting here, for example, she can be building up the gauge so that she'll then be able to dump that. Like 100% gauge thingy. Also, this also works different than what I expected. I thought this was different because I thought this was like immune permanently, but it looks like it does activate like 5 times. This infinite meant that she's immune to infinite amounts of debuffs, so I thought it was like infinite, so I was wondering why it said activate 5 times, which is still kind of weird, but I mean, whatever. Also, yeah, there's just too much shit going on the screen sometimes, depending on what your team comp is. Like the crown shield pop up, there's this fucking thingy right here, Annis just shoots balls and the stank, like look at this, Annis is just gonna start shooting balls over the screen, the thingy is grief. Anyways, no, now she is charging. Okay, so that kind of changes things. But still, it doesn't charge all that way up. Interesting. It looks like it's gonna be, what, on the 4th? I wonder if charge speed will matter then. I mean, if you can dump shots pretty fast, I mean, you're going to be building the gauge up. Like, surely this gives it to 100. So, what? It'll be you burst once, burst twice, and then the next burst after that, you'll dump it again. Even still, she's doing a lot of damage, though. What the hell? Oh, but I'm not going to have enough time to fully dump this. Granted, this isn't the little, like, max 3 minutes. Oh, how many times do you burst then? Actually, no, I have a little bit of time to dump it. Very minuscule amounts of time. Oh my god! Okay, Annis, bro, you... Dude, relax. Dude, she did so much damage. I think she's similarly built like Cindy in this case. Okay, so she can't take advantage of the charge thing as much as I hoped. Because like, hold on, let me quickly put these. I think the move is I'll run what's-her-face here. There she is, Maiden. I was like, what's her name again? Maiden, duh. Anyways, this is actually kind of weird. Let's see, in 3 minutes, she probably will burst about... I don't know. Honestly, I never really pay attention how many total times I burst in like 3 minutes. Like when I'm going against a Solar Ray boss or something, for example. Definitely, though, you want to burst with her first, so that she can dump, and then she can like immediately start regenning her stuff. Maybe... would she be too good, actually? If she could, like, regen her thingies on off-to-off rotation? Like, Cindy Burst right there. If she got the charge effect thingy, would that be too broken if she could charge right here? I don't think it would. Okay, so let's see. She bursts once, and then she takes 2 bursts of herself to charge. And then she bursts again, and that dumps the thing. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait till I go into a mirror container, actually, to see how many times she can dump the full gauge. All that being said, though, she did a lot of damage for only using one of her gauge thingy. Jeez, I guess those multipliers do go pretty hard. Thank God, bro. That last, like, neon units, granted one of them was an SR, but, like, the summer neon was pretty PNR, and, I mean, she hasn't gotten anything else, right? It's just, like, the SR, and then the summer ult. So there's that. Okay, this time, yeah, my rotations were a bit slower. I didn't have Helm, so my burst gen was pretty low. Makes sense. I think it... Hold on, why the hell was Maiden that low? How much max HP did she get? Holy shit, yeah, what in the hell? Dude, look at the just even spread of damage. Dude, that is so much. What in the... Dude, this Solar Raid boss, Ultria... Wait, who even is the boss? No, it's the new bitch. The Egovista. She's about to get curve stomped, bro. Anyways, let's go into mirror container. Alright, Sheer Earth mirror container. I think this is the team I want to use. Last time, Crown was kind of griefing me on the skill checks. Not the skill checks, but, you know, to break the parts of the mirror container within one hit. I feel like Crown was griefing me. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of damage using Neuta. I don't think it should be too much. I mean, we're going to get the core damage buff because mirror container doesn't have a core, so we'll be getting that buff that she gives. And, I mean, she'll give a decent amount of healing if we need to. I think I can just probably play on auto here. And then if I have to, we'll, like, play regularly. But I don't think I have... Whoa, Anna's took a lot of damage right there. Also, yeah, this song is from Mirror Container. It makes sense. I don't remember it going this hard, bro. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that hurts so much. Oh, she... Wait. Oh, I was like, she's taking no damage. That's invuln? I thought that was, like... Oh, invulnerability. I thought this was immunity to debuffs. I can see. Dude, she'd probably be pretty good for PvP then, as well. Neuta is really good for PvP and because she also has that thing out, I imagine. At least I'm pretty sure. Dang, I was just looking at her damn details and I already forgot. Okay, yeah, her healing should be enough here. Honestly, I saw people saying they can full auto now because of, what's-her-face? Let me actually cover that just in case. Because of the new Annis. They can full... whatchamacallit? Auto the mirror container. How should I do this? Can I switch back to Neuta? Thank you. Okay, that's the only problem is, everyone has a rocket launcher. And then when Neuta bursts, she also has a rocket launcher, so, how am I supposed to hit skill checks that I can fail, huh? Let's see. The real question, though, is if I can break the, little thingies that mirror container has. What are these called? Oh, the glass slippers, yeah. I imagine I can just tank that. Also, Neuta's thing should break that regularly. Okay, does this break it? Let's see. Did that break it? No, it didn't break it. No, wait. Yeah, it didn't break it. It was not enough damage. Okay. I wonder what hit that, though. Maybe it was Maiden's thing, because I feel like everybody else would have done enough damage. Let's see. Let's see again if it breaks or not. No, it didn't break again. Okay. How the hell did those guys clear it on full auto? What? Were they just that much stronger than me? Maybe. Okay, next time though, I should try to, you know, try a little bit. Oh, the problem is I'm not gonna... Hold on. Does Neon break it without bursting? Oh wow, she does break without bursting. Okay. That's actually really nice. Usually, the way I would play Mirror Container before is I would charge like a sniper but cover. But I would only do that if I'm bursting, just to like guarantee that any buffs I'm getting for bursting would help me break this thing. I don't think it counted. I shot a missile at it to see if I can hit it like right when it went up. Oh my god, I'm doing so much damage. Also, in case you don't remember what the gimmick that Mirror Container has, so when she puts up those glass slippers, let's say you don't break in one shot, like I did right there, she'll gain a bunch of defense, so it'll just like cuck your damage a lot. So, you know, even with my damage being cucked by her, I am doing disgusting amounts of damage. Dang it, yeah, I have to cover that a bit. Okay, this is fine. I kind of just wanted to see what would happen if I raw dogged this thing. I mean, those guys were able to beat it on, what's it called? Auto. Granted, I didn't steal their team. Dang, I should have stole their team, bro. Yeah, someone is like griefing my damage for the glass slipper. That being said, what the hell is this damage? Okay, yeah, Anis fell off a little bit, but like even still, I mean, look at this damage. Wow, wait, Nate did a decent amount of damage too. Yeah, Neon did way more damage than... Actually, no. What am I talking about? Way more damage. She just did a decent amount more. Oh, wow, yeah, she tanked a lot. This counted. Why did this count? The invuln, I guess? I mean, she was the one taking the hits. Oh, does Cindy's glass slipper thing count for damage right here? I actually don't know, because, I mean, technically the glass slipper takes the damage from Cindy. So it's not like she takes the damage. The glass slipper takes the damage, so would that count here? Oh, wow, yeah, even without the gauge, like, being that intuitive. Fuck, I didn't realize how many charges I've gotten of the gauge, though. Dang it. Whatever. Anyways, let's go to a, whatchamacallit, hard mode. And then we'll end after that. Alright, here we are with some hard mode stages. I imagine now the electric team is going to be a really nice option for solo raids, just like a mainstay, like second or third team now. If you want to just use like mono electric, like the full electric team, you're going to be looking pretty, to be honest. And then, you know, depending on what the boss is looking like, you can sub in either Summer Anis or maybe the Winter Maiden if you have her to buff the like electric team. And they're going to put in some work. The only thing though, I'm a bit scared again with some healing. That might be a problem. However, the good thing about that is if you want to, you can use Anis as a second burst one and she'll do enough healing then, most likely. I don't think I've tested Anis's burst 1 healing in like a boss standpoint where I could get destroyed, I suppose. Maybe I should try that for the solo raid. I'll think at the end I'll do another run and I'll kind of limit test Anis's reburst 1 thingamabob, or her healing at least. It probably should be enough. Because like, let's say full mono electric, if you're having trouble with an oppressive type of boss, you can run like Rogue, Cindy, the Neon, Anis, and then yeah, the flex will be no. You need a burst too. I'm stupid. I mean, depending on what you're doing, you can either go like the Madi, Evangelion Madi, or like Bunny Aid. I guess if you don't have either, I mean, you can always just flex in like Nayuta or something. I like using Nayuta for other types of situations, though. I definitely do think, though, the main team is probably going to be like Crown Siren, Rappy, and somebody else. Because, like, you just get so much damage. I also do think that Rappy is still probably the best unit in the game. It's kind of hard because she cheats, bro. I don't think it's fair that she has two, like, typings, basically. Like, she hits for type advantage against, you know, what's it called? I think iron and wind, right? Because she counts... No, I think it's electric and wind, because she counts as being fire and being iron, which is kind of mean, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, that's kind of cheating. Basically, any elemental rolls on her is just double as effective than literally any other unit in the game, so it's kind of unfair. And I mean, there always is some tech for Rappy if you want to use her as like a burst one in some scenarios. There definitely is some text I have seen where Rappy is used as a burst one. That is always, you know, in the back pocket. But I don't know. I think Anis might be a bit better though than Siren. I will know for sure after the solo raid, I feel like. I definitely do think there's pros to both. And like, I really, really like Siren's focus fire. Dude, that mechanic is so good. The AI in this game kinda sucks cock, and they won't shoot at the core. So Siren's like, hey everybody, come shoot exactly where I'm shooting at. And it's just so nice. Anyways, I have a good thing to test out. Hold on, let's peep this. Oh wow, I haven't done a lot of these. Wow, I'm so far behind. I'm just gonna have to do these eventually. Let's do this. I think... Is this 3 minutes? I was gonna say let's do this and count how many times I can use Neon's like full burst gauge thingamabobber. I guess not full burst, but you know, the 100% gauge buff that she does. Let's see how many times I can actually do that in the fight. I wasn't paying attention during Mirror Container, but I imagine it's probably like 3 times? Because you need to burst at least twice with her to fully charge that to 100. I don't think dumping charge speed into her is going to offset that. Oh, this will be perfect. Yeah, this should be 13 minutes, right? Oh, but I can't, what's it called? Do the thingy. Oh, I forgot I need to burst. I'm not going to be able to play on auto, so I'm going to have to play someone. How about let's play as Crown? Holy shit, that did a lot of damage, though. What hit me? Oh, but I'm not going to see her gauge. Actually, I can kind of see it from here when she reloads. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, this isn't 3 minutes. Duh, this is a minute and a half, I'm pretty sure. I forgot these thingies are different. Dang it. Yeah, how many times do I burst? Obviously, when I was doing Mirror Container, it was also different from the, like, practice tool thingy, because I was using the Maiden instead of, what's-her-face, Helm here, and Helm just dumps bursts out. Like, what in the hell even is this? I definitely do think Helm is really nice. If we can get like another burst generation for the like electric team, so you can have 2, one for the Siren team, and then one for this team, we're just gonna be gaming. We should be crazy mode. I definitely do think I would love Anis even more if her CDR wasn't locked behind being the only burst one. Like, if you can run her as a second burst one to also give CDR to, like, I don't know, a Miranda treasure team or maybe the shotgun team, dude, that would feel so nice. That was definitely still, like, I don't know, we still need one more rotation to get Neon out. Yeah, I feel like 3 times, maybe, of dumping, like, her full 100% gauge is realistic. Dude, Anis just does so much damage. I think Anis excels, especially when there's a lot of units on the screen. Because I'm pretty sure the thingamabobber, what is it even called? Her stars or whatever? Actually, we'll be done with that. I'm pretty sure her stars will like hit everybody on the screen for like equal damage. So that's why she did way more damage in the like practice range thingy instead of actually in the Mirror Container fight. Which I don't know if she really needed to be there because Neon and Cindy just laid down the hammer. So honestly, this is a pretty nice buff for Cindy because now, I mean, she's getting a lot of support with her teams. It's not like Neon's giving her support, but I mean, making her team better is definitely a plus. So that being said, also, I'd had no extra attack rolls on my Neon, so to be honest, she could be hitting even harder. So I definitely do think she's definitely high level. Probably around Snow White level, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, she's definitely one of the best units for Mirror Container now for the interception. Just like how Snow White is, I think, the best unit for the spider fight. I don't even know what his name is, but yeah. Yeah, she's really good. Thank God, Neon fans did not get railed this time. The summer unit, pretty ass. Actually, when it released, was it okay? I wasn't playing during that time, but like, for the most part, every time I saw anything about that summer unit, it was just like kind of ass. So I don't know if it was once good, like when it came out. All I know is that it's always been ass for as long as I've been playing. So I'm glad that Neon finally got some respect here, because she is, you know, one of the main characters, and to be honest, she gets the shortest stick, so to speak. She, like, never gets any skins, a lot of the events don't really focus on her, and, I mean, to be honest, she got tacked on to Anis's event, and she didn't really get, like, a proper backstory. She did get one, you know, for the campaign or whatnot, right? She got, like, a whole chapter and a half, basically, about herself, but, like, you know, Anis got a decent amount of the chapter, like, campaign chapters for her, and she got an anniversary event thing. Also, Rappy got a New Year's celebration and, like, a whole event and whatnot, and a lot of stuff to do with the campaign. So Neon, on the other hand, kind of just got, like, campaign chapters, which is kind of mean, but I mean, at the very least, they gave her something, I suppose. And also, her unit's really good, so there's that. Anyways, for the rolls, honestly, I think this is just like your standard elemental attack and max ammo. I don't think she's gonna get too much max ammo, though. How many shots does she have, like, regularly? Like, 6 or something? Yeah, like 6. So, I mean, getting max ammo rolls isn't the most important. If you want, honestly, there's probably is some, like, tech for you to go crit damage, maybe? Maybe even charge speed. I don't know, though, because I don't think you having more charge speed will reduce the, like, amount of burst it takes for her to fully charge. Like, I don't think you'll be able to go from 0 to 100, like, regardless. Because in that time that she bursts without this being at 100, I don't think in that 10 seconds you can charge it all the way. Because what? You would have to charge it to 75, I think, correct? No, to 65. No, 55. Yeah, you'd have to charge it up to 55 to then get it up to max. So I just don't think that would be realistic. Because, like, let's see. How many shots would it take? Activates when performing normal attacks. And that raises it by 2. So if you need 55, you would need... Oh, I forgot. Wait, she does do burst gauge filling. Yeah, wow. So 3 things of burst gauge filling. I forgot she did this. Whoops. Times firepower gauge charge. The problem is this is kind of grief, though. I guess this will take into effect, though, like at the beginning of the battle. Let's see, when fire gauge... No, because this doesn't proc if she's at 100%. This wouldn't proc. So it would only be when she's low, which would only be taken into effect when, let's say, for example, is when I'm using Cindy. So you burst first, she dumps the 100%, then you burst with Cindy, then you burst with her, she's able to fill up the gauge a little bit, and then you'll start getting these burst gauge filling speeds. And then so when you burst with Cindy, you should be able to get this, because this is just when full burst ends. So then you'll be getting like a couple stacks of this. I think this would proc then 4 times, right? Because it would be Neon after she dumped everything, and that would start the thingy. Yeah, that would start the thing, and then Siren burst, and then Neon burst again, and then that's when she charges it up to 100, and that should proc the burst gauge thingy, so that the Siren should also in turn get that burst gauge filling speed, like on her next rotation, and then after that, then she'll dump the charge, and she won't get the burst gauge filling, though. This is kind of confusing. Anyways, let's see the math. Let's see, 55 divided by 2, it's like, what, 20, 27, 28? Yeah, you'd have to fire 28 shots. I don't think that's realistic in 10 seconds. Yeah, it wouldn't be realistic. Even with full max charge speeds, I don't think that would be realistic. Yeah, because you would need some reload speed too as well. 1 second. Let's see. In 10 seconds, you would have to do 20. So yeah, it would literally have to be like less than 0.5, like probably like 0.4 or something. No, I think even like closer to 0.3, let's say. And if you're like really optimal, you might be able to squeeze in the 27 shots, which I don't think would be realistic. I don't know. Maybe some crackhead can get that down, but I don't know. Anyways, other than that, let's see. Cube-wise, I mean, you definitely just want to go with the blue cubes. She is going to be hitting like a truck, so just maximizing the damage is the move, and both blue cubes are very good for that. Maybe, like I said before, you can do some like charge speed shenanigans to try to get her gauge to 100% without needing to burst like that many times, but I feel like that's just kind of a tacked on thing. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have seen what happens if she's on the off rotation. The problem is then she's just not going to burst, which I kind of don't want. That kind of defeats the purpose, you know? She is the new shiny unit, so you kind of do want her on the main rotation. That's kind of not how it works. Unless you're like Mihara or something, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could do some shenanigans with the charge speed, but I mean, both blue cubes are probably the go-to like usual. So there's that. Also, it's funny because she's technically like Elysion, you know, because that is how it works. Like, look at this. Neon is Elysion, but I like how the Overspec is Missilus. Honestly, it is goofy and honestly doesn't really make too much sense. Granted, Missilus did make the whole body, but like, I don't know how that would work. However, the one good thing about that, for her being Missilus, is then you can use her in the Missilus Tower. See what I'm getting at? Because the Missilus units for the Missilus Tower suck cock. Let me show you guys what literally we have working with. It's not good, I'll tell you that much for free. So honestly, her being very, very good in the Missilus Tower is really good. Like, look at this, bro. Who is your main attacker? Ein still? The Quincy? I mean, Mihara. But like, bro, this is not it. Now with Neon, though, now you're speaking my language, okay? Even still, for like burst 1, who are you still using? Litter? Let's see, you'd be using Litter. And then, who would you be using like burst 2 wise? I mean, Naga still? And Treasure Sentings is kind of like wonky. Yeah, probably like still Naga or something. So you would use Litter Naga, and then like Neon Mihara maybe? And then maybe like Ein or something? Maybe if Missilus had more shotgun units, maybe you can be running Tove? But I don't know. There's definitely some value with her being like the best unit for the tower for Missilus. So there is that. Overall, very good showing though. Nice. I'm so glad they didn't screw her over, bro. I was kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie, that she would be a bit wonky. However, I do think that her gauge filling thingamabar is still pretty wonky, but from the looks of it, it's not really like a necessity. It's more like there for her to just do more damage. I think she does enough damage without that burst gauge thingamabobber. However, when that does activate, she just starts hitting like a truck. So honestly, I think I might try to get some more max ammo rolls. But like, the max ammo is 6 to start off, so you're not going to get that much value, to be fair. So I don't know, maybe I will just put in crit rate or crit damage, see what works best. I definitely do think attack and, what's it called, elemental damage is the move. So our next testing though will be for the solo raid, so we'll see that. Oh, also I definitely want to peep Avistar. Maybe I should do a showcase on her too, because she has the buff for, what was it called, Anna's? The My Star. What is it called? Her favorite idol, I think. Hold on, I need to see what this is called again. It's like Chime, bro. They just made a second Chime. Like, isn't that hilarious? Let's see. What was this called? Favorite pop star. Yeah. This is just like Chime. Like, dude, did they do this 2 things in a row? 2 celebrations or whatever? The anniversaries? Yeah. Chime came out for the 3rd anniversary, right? Or did I make that up? I'm pretty sure she did. Let's see. Yeah, the king. And then you click it. It's like, Chime's king refers to crown. Wait, why is this so weird? Why is she like up there? Why is she up there? What the? Dude, huh? Center yourself to the screen, you freak. What the hell? What is the gremlin doing? Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Neon. Very good showing for Neon. I expect her to do very well in the solo raid, so I definitely would recommend try to get at least 1 copy of her. However, I mean, I don't know. Definitely, I would say if you don't have Summer Dorothy, you definitely want to save. I would recommend at least 1 pity, so 200 gold tickets, to just pick her up when she reruns. She's definitely really good as a water attacker. I think she's still probably like 2nd best water attacker. We're definitely lacking on water attackers. Not too much after what's-her-face, the new Snow White. However, if you don't have Snow White, I definitely would say try to pity, or at least try to get 1 copy of Summer Dorothy when she comes back. Especially if you're working towards like Tove's treasure. If you can get like a nice shotgun team for what's her face, the Summer Dorothy, that would do very well for the Solar Raid, because I do like using the shotgun team kind of like as a third, fourth team just to get extra damage on the Solar Raid. Let's see, anyways, I think that is it though. Yeah, next thing we gotta check out is the Soul Raid, baby, which should take probably like 2 days. We gotta wait for the challenge mode to unlock and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think about this new Neon. And if you summoned for her, let me know how that went. Hopefully you guys got decent lucky. And if you didn't, let's hope that you were able to pull either her or Anis with the free daily pulls that we're gonna get till the rest of the 0.5 anniversary. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that stuff. And I will catch you guys later.